one of the aspects I like most about the type of work that you and I do when partnered with executive teams is I have this kind of it's working trial. I trying not to say dream because I want it to be more real. I would love consistently that these partnerships with corporate leaders result in an established team of six doing the output of eight or 10 or 12. And I'd really love to see kind of targeting what good means with AI for your company, creating that established wedge, whether that is defensive or unique IP and value return. But I'm really interested in taking those efficiency gains and applying them towards growth. I mean, if you have wasted effort and headcount, you don't need AI to cut that. That's a
Yeah.
reasonable dissolution. But I'd really love to see more companies think a little more midterm, especially because of the crisis of competency that I see emerging, the lack of succession that's possible within the org. I mean, you're just going to spend a fortune hiring the same people over and over again. And I'd really
Yeah.
like folks to think a little more midterm with the efficiency gains they get and, really take a team, maybe don't hire more with that team, but expect an output of one or two
Yeah.
X amount more headcount. I'd really like to see that kind of mental shift become more and more normalized when we think about AI strategies in the workforce.
Definitely. I've seen a real shift from people being obsessed with the 5 year plan and this coming quarter to now people thinking just this month.
Mm.
And there's still a space, a really important space for where do you want to be this time next year, which is that midterm piece. It's really important to not be completely subsumed by we can do everything now. I think it is acceptable to acknowledge that there's very little ability to plan for 5, 10 years from here. Just now, if we're being really serious, how on earth would you do a 10 year product roadmap, for example? I wouldn't be able to. But that midpoint of what does it look like in a year? How does that come together? And I see that with the best people transformations I'm seeing as well. So yes, your team may go from 30 people to 20 people. It doesn't mean 10 people leave. What I'm generally seeing is 2 or 3 people work on something more valuable upstream. Maybe they're part of inventing a new product line or a new service. Another few people might get involved in fixing some of the basics at speed, at pace, at scale that have been dragging for a long time. So you get this real recovery motion that we talk about as well. And then, yes, you maybe have a 5 to 10% natural attrition that you're not replacing. So
Mm-hmm.
there is an efficiency piece there. There is a headcount saving, but more than anything, it's about doing far more, exponentially more, with the resources that you had. And that's more exciting for me. The reason that you and I are sitting here talking about this and not in the field plowing a crop just now is because we had an industrial revolution. This is our next big revolution, and I hope it revolves around things like more balance, better throughput, more predictable output, etc. Because that's how we all want to run companies.